grab on tightly?
Actually, I met this lady, and she was my counselor named Lynn, and she really,
she's out here somewhere.
Yeah, she's over there.
You want to come up here, Lynn? Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Thanks for coming from Florida. Both of you. You came together, correct?
Yes.
Could you explain that? How Lynn was instrumental in your recovery?
She was honest with me. You know, she didn't try to you know, like just to be nice and to pat me on my back or anything like that. She told me things that I needed to work on in myself, you know, and things that I can work on in life. She just made me feel comfortable. It was really a big thing, too. Although not the first time, because I was scared to death when I first met with her, but.
What's the 5 questions that she was asking you?
She asked me, I think it was like 5 questions about like what age I started doing what drugs, and within about 5 minutes, she basically read me.
I think what's dynamic about Sarah was that, you know, like she said, this was her decision, her choice to come to treatment this time around, and I have kind of the confrontational style of counseling, and she sought me out. It's amazing if you had an opportunity to see the picture of Sarah.
Yes. We have that. Can I have that picture? Kind of like a mixture of Mommy Dearest with those eyebrows. It's hard. This was a mugshot, wasn't it? You had black eyes from a boyfriend.
2 black eyes.
Broke nose, busted lip.
The point that we're trying to make is that there are relationships like this in every treatment center. There are people that are part of the treatment programs that share their experience, strength, and hope. They combine it with their education and their clinical knowledge.
Absolutely.
But it was a chance for you to let your guard down, trust someone, and then get on with things. And this is where the most important part comes, because I don't want to focus too much upon how we were train wrecks before we came in. What I want to focus on is what's going on now. That's what excites me. I want to hear about Sarah Michelle now.
For me, you know, the biggest thing is that I can be in a room by myself and I'm okay with myself. You know, that's the one thing, is that all the things on the outside I have don't mean anything. You know, it's how I feel on the inside. You know, and I can walk around with my head up. You know, I don't have to look behind my shoulder to see who's behind me, because I'm, you know, terrified of who could be behind me. Being sober one day at a time, you know, I have a relationship with my family today that's better than it was ever before I started using and drinking. I went home for Christmas and I took pictures of me with my family, and I looked like I was a part of my family, because even before I started drinking, I always looked like, well, there's Sarah, you know, she doesn't really blend in with the family, you know, and I brought it back and I took it right to Lynn as soon as I got home, and I was like, Lynn, look, like I look like I fit. I look like I belonged, you know, and those are the things that I never had before. You know, my life today is, if I would have wrote down something when I first came to treatment about what my life could be, it would be totally different than what it is today. Today I've worked from the inside out, and it wasn't, I mean, there were some hills I had to climb over, you know, but you know, I don't ever want to look back. You know, I'd rather walk through the things instead of having to go back to what it was like.
The miracle of recovery. Thank you, Sarah Michelle. We're so grateful that you're here and you came from Florida. And thank you, Lynn, for coming. Thank you for sharing your story with us.